Go to bed. No, we're going to have a run around. Is there anyone about? There are people about. Hey, Mags. He's going to get punched at some point, isn't he? I can smell the anise and the breeze. It reminds me of when I was little. Dad always brought anise cakes from Gret to help soothe my stomach when I was ill. Oh, that's a bit fancy. Right, this is the rat house. Rathouse? Is it Rathouse? I've been saying Rathouse before. Rathouse is the biggest building in Tassing. Walter's clock took ages to build and place. It's pretty cool. I think I'm right about Klaus. And the printing. Isenkoff house. This was here last time, right? Oh, is this where Baltus is? Nazu. Ciao, Magdala. Baltus workshop. I wonder if we can do another lesson soon. Ciao, whatever your name was. This is completely out of nowhere. But the audio in this, because there's no voice acting, and you're stuck with me, I'm sorry. I really am. Blame the developers. The audio design in this is really good. It's subtle. The music's good, but the actual, the real noises, the owls at the night time, the crickets and the moving around, the general normal background noises that would be background noises in any game that come to the front in this are so well done. Oh, can we see the mill? This coffee's cold now, but still. We have a new mill. Andreas? Andreas? Hello. Daymaster Muller. You can call me Magdalene, Andreas. Magdalene. Magda works too. Magda. There you go. What are you up to today? Drawing? Anything interesting? No. Secrets? I'm good at keeping secrets. Oh, I see. I'm good at keeping secrets. Drawing Sube. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Sube is the dog, of course. Good boy. Good boy. Ah, good dog. This old statue of St. Moritz has seen better days. The inn looks pretty. I love watching the violets bloom every year. They match the purple of the mountains. Should try making an ink from their flowers sometime. The inn hasn't changed much. Nico somewhere? Magdalene. I don't think there's more. No, I'm trying to go down the stairs. Game, let me go down the stairs. So we've done the mill. Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. I can smell the anise on the breeze. I remember when I was little. Oh, that's the same flowers. Okay. The abbey is empty. The vines have grown over the entrance to the old abbot's house. So it burned down and was never rebuilt. Oh, the hand's back. The hand of St. Moritz. The poor Clares take care of it now the Benedictines are gone. So this hasn't changed. Who's pulling the strings? That's what I want to know. I'm actually surprised we can get to all these places. Mousefanger has a kitten! Mousefanger must be like 20 by now. No, older than that. Oh, that's son of Mousefanger, right, okay. Mousefanger died a long time ago. It's all locked up. So there are still sisters here. Franziska. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay. Changes in the last 20 years. We can't get in there, can we? It's not as damaged as I was expecting, though. You can't beat a good old stroll at night time. You're going to pick up your basket now? Obviously not. We can't go any further. Pick up your damn basket, girl. The waterfall is always so beautiful. Can't beat a good old waterfall. Oh, that one's gone as well. The old salt mines. No one's mined in Tassing for ages. So this hasn't changed. Can't believe how quickly the leaves have changed this year. Nice to see some green this time of year. Horehound is one of the few plants that grows all year round. Smoky's still going. Oh, we've just looked at that. Smoky's obviously still going. Unless we're on Smoky, son of Smoky. Bower. So all of Andreas's quests died with him. Understandably. That house is empty as well. Already I want to replay this to see what we can do differently. there's so many things that I think are fundamental to this story. Hans Bauer, so Johann's died. Yeah, there's so many things I like. I think, as heartbreaking as it is, I think Andreas's situation with his wife and the death of his son are baked into the story. I don't know if there's a way of changing that. I think, and I've this is my first playthrough of this, so I don't know. I haven't, outside of what I've played, I haven't looked into anything about this game purposefully. I'd like to know if there's a way that you can save Andreas. From the structure of this, I think not. I think that's fundamental. But is there a way that you can change how he dies? I guess it's bedtime. What's upstairs? We still need to find out what happened and who's pulling the strings. What are you doing up? Excuse me. Hello, Magdalene. We do anything with the printing press? No. Alright, time for bed. This has thrown me. Honestly. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. You're supposed to get under the covers. $11. Ah! Dad? Dad? Magdalene? Dad? Hang on, I'm coming. Holy shit. Dad! Magdalene. What happened? Alright, you're bleeding. Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad. Magdalene, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me. This wound is too deep for me to take care of on my own. We need Dr. Stoltz. I can't carry you across now, Dad. It won't be long. I swear, just hold on. We need Dr. Stoltz. Magdalene, be careful. I will. I'll be right back, I promise. Oh wow, it 6 o'clock. Still alive then. Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't just see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Come on, jog. You saw the workshop. Someone's been looking for something. A burglar? In Tassing? That's preposterous. And if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. No, of course not. No. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull, or a thick head. It's a grave injury, Magdalene. You'll need to help take care of your father. Obviously. Oh well, I'll do whatever I need to. Yeah. Good. Of course, the mural will have to be called off now, Klaus. You absolutely cannot get out of bed. No. No, it has to be done. It's too important. Just give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even being able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you're not on the council. Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural, can I? What? Mags? Quit joking around. Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? I've been painting since I could walk. You don't think I'm good enough. I'm old enough to run the print shop by myself. If Dad trusts me to illustrate the books, isn't that enough? I'm older than Ots, and he's on the town council. And he doesn't know, he doesn't even do anything. Let's skip this debate. We all know I'm capable of doing this. Dad knows I'm capable. Yes. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell with a lot of you. Klaus. If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Alright. I say we let her. It doesn't look like we have much choice. Very well. Alright, Magdalene, you can do it. But you'll need to talk to us about what you're doing, alright? Of course. Fine, but I'm taking my dad's ideas. Yes, taking dad's ideas into account. Well, we'll figure it out. Thanks, Magdalene. Rest up, Klaus. I'll do my best, Jorg. Magdalene, a moment. Yes, what is it? Your father is lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanour is misleading. I know the injury is severe, Warner. I saw all the blood. What are you saying? I know the injury is severe. Magdalene, there is damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. But he's not going to survive. No, there has to be something you can do. Can we take him to see a surgeon? No, there has to be something we can do. No, I'm not a surgeon. Can we take him to see one? No, he can't be moved in his condition. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this. So, he's just going to die? And there's nothing I can do about it. You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left. But time will run out before long. Six. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. When I said it could be months or... God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history. Pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move into the founding of the Abbey and Tassing Saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history, depicting the revolts. It's important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad says the library in Curacao had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now, while I'm thinking about it. No, to go to bed. Can we do anything at the printing press? That blood's cleaned up pretty quickly. Mother Illuminata? Yeah, okay. Alright, where to begin? Dad told me the last prioress at Curacao knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess of a convent in Bologna. Mother Illuminata? Yes, at Saint Margherita? I should write to her. Mother Renata, Abbess of Saint Margareta, family prioress of Cassau. Mother Renata, from librarian of Cassau. Oh, let's go with... That's her proper title. We'll go formal. My name is Magdalene Drunken. I'm the dark class Magdalene. I don't believe I was very long when you left Cassau. You were acquainted with my father. He brought many books for the library before the terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural for the Tassingworth House. It's going to tell the history of our community and of Cassau as well. We have only legends and folklore, since, of course, all of Cassau's books were destroyed in fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you can give us, and we hope you are well. My father always speaks highly of you, especially how you cared for the sisters after the fire. My father speaks highly of you, especially after you cared for the library and the books, and highly of you for your piety and intellect. I won't mind a personal question. Was it hard to return to Italy after being here for so many years? My father spoke highly on how you cared for the books, and it's like, yeah. We'll bring that in. God bless you. Keep well, thanks again. God bless you. Magdalene. Right, find a pigeon, let's send it off. There's a lot of time jumping in this. But then I suppose it was times of the day last time, so it's probably accurate. I want to finish the mural before Christmas. Well, you've got 3 days. I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. Oh, I can't even leave? Oh, but the killer's going to come back and Otto's going to be dead when I wake up. It's late, I should get some rest soon. Oh, I'm tired. Should go to bed. But with head wounds, sleeping's bad, right? Especially after concussion and stuff. So, is Klaus going to wake up? That's a big old time jump. It's like 15 days or so. Reich's postman. Ah, Mistress Trockian. I have a few letters here addressed for you. That's one letter. Take care now. Thank you, sir. Where's the guy with his coconuts? Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helps me paint the mural. Mistress Trockian, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God rest their souls. While we did have some books that discussed Tassing's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbours believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Kreutzner, read about the history of the town. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows something of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Cassau's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mahler managed to save some from the flames, God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloguing and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Cassau, the murder of Baron Rothvergal. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historica Tessai, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now, because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historica Tessai shortly before he died. We never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Prior Fearing took it from the Baron after the murder. We know where it is. Well, we know who had it. Ferenc had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it seems like an odd thing to do in the moment. Then again, God only knows what he did and why he did it. Miklaus Habele, the Baron's manservant, believed it may have been stolen by the town thief, Martin Bauer. If Martin is alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the Abbey, I fear it was also lost in the blaze. However, Sacristan, Prior Mathieu learned a great deal about the subject. I have not been in contact with him, but I know he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. He is no longer a Benedictine, but uses his family name. What? Fouchny Sao. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before the snow covers Valais. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the Abbey in its better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I held no ill will toward anyone from Tassing. I pray that you have seen better days since that night, and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margarita. She had oranges in the picture. Is she in Spain? Oh, well, Esther wrote me as well. My dear Magda, my parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell him they wish to hear from him soon. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Alicia has taken to making her own ink from scraps he found around the house before he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pfennigs worth to find lapis at the market. She sent him scrubbing the floors for it. It took him 3 days. I am glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have a room whenever you decide to make an appearance. And if you do take over the shop in Tassing, you'll have to make visits to Prague for supplies. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet someone here. Though, from the way you talk, it seems you're a bit preoccupied with suitors in Tassing. I've made a good match too. There's a young man at the synagogue, Simond, who caught my eye. His father is a doctor and his brothers have all gone to university as well. I'd quite like to marry him. Anyway, I hope this Otts fellow and his mother don't give you too much trouble. You really ought to give men a chance, Magdalene. They can be quite sweet. At least, the ones in the city here are. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see it when it's finished. Blessings. Esther.